All right, folks. Hey, girl. What's the story? Sound all right? Is the sound all right, folks? Aye. Good, good, good. Well, what an interesting time it's been since my last stream. Apparently, YouTube is blowing up. Everybody's hit panic stations. I must be the only person that doesn't see it, though. I don't see anybody panicking just yet. Funny, though. Hey, treat. How's it going, by? So, yeah, I'll let a few more flow in before I get started. Been an interesting few days. Saw a few things I thought I would never see. Wow. I mean, I was a bit gobsmacked. And some of the things that I saw, you know, you know, um, anybody who's, you know, OG, if you're interested, you're more than welcome to come on. Although I know you won't, but you're more than welcome to. See, I know you wouldn't repay that courtesy that I showed you, but nonetheless, doesn't matter. Just let you know that the option's there for you. Uh, what's happening, Flo? It's been a few wee things popping, going along that I've noticed. I feel some of them should be brought up because I'm pretty sure that not everybody gets the chance to go around and watch all these ridiculous channels. I don't really watch them all either, but you know, I kind of glean them, should I say? And some interesting stuff recently, you know. From our good friend FK and Freddy, our good friend OG. I wouldn't really call him an OG, like, but you know, Juan. Another one, a character that was introduced over the summer, Betty Washam. Sippy Cup. Yeah, interesting times. And then of course, as we all know, I was expecting Saturday Night there for the you know, the Amigos to join Titus, etc. on a stream, and that didn't happen. Now they did threaten him. OG did come out and threaten Titus, saying that if he didn't meet their demands, basically, and they would start dropping bombs, things would start coming out. So that was intriguing. So I was waiting to see what these bombs that the OG had that he was going to drop. Turned out he didn't have any bombs. He just kind of plugged other people's channels and directed people to other people's work. Directed his subscribers to other people's work, basically. You know, so somebody else has spent the time and effort into doing all this, and OG's jumping on the bandwagon. which is another strange one as well because, that wagon is Lestat. And if you've been around here for a wee while, I'm sure you know who Lestat is. Uh, One of these guys to do with Cicada. And I can remember him getting on a stream with Freddie, and I remember at the time thinking to myself, fucking hell, you know, these Cicada guys are accused of pulling all sorts of LARP and behind Q and all this nonsense. And little old Freddie's able to reach out and get them on his channel. And I just kind of thought to myself, well, I don't know what they're. I don't see exactly what's been exposed. There's been nothing exposed, just ridiculous allegations so far. I think if anybody's going to drop a video hinting that somebody's a pedophile, and leave it like a cliffhanger, is looking for views, you know, looking for subs. That's what that says to me. I could be wrong though, but that's how I would interpret that. If somebody's just going to give you parts of the message and let you hang for the other to see what the reaction is of the person that they're accusing of being a pedophile or being involved with child porn or whatever it is. That's just bullshit. What the fuck's that all about? You lose all credibility there. You either have something and you put it out there or just sit down and shut up. Simple as that there. You're making more of a fool of yourself because you look like you're skimming for views. You're skimming for subs. And it's nothing to do with exposing these people at all. Otherwise, you would just do it. You just rip the plaster off, wouldn't you? You know. So that's what I think about that. Um, and it always involves the same people as well. It's like, for crying out loud. So, you know, my last stream, what did I see? I was expecting to see the Amigos v the All Stars, and that didn't happen. And you know, then I saw Freddie put out a video, about getting a copyright strike. As we all know, he put out a video about me selling out, etc., and then claiming that I give him a privacy strike. Like I'm not childish. I'm able to make videos, folks. Unlike Freddie, I can make a video and I can, show what I need to show. I find that more effective than giving anybody a stupid privacy strike. I can also prove it wasn't me, but Freddie's yet to show anything other than the obvious. I proved this video wrong, that it was selling out, and the whole thing about the copyright strike, but he still has it up there. So what's that, Teddy? Nobody's fallen out, Flo. I wouldn't say. See, I was never really supposed to be part of this group. I wouldn't call myself. I mean, I would call them kind of like a hive mind think. They're all thinking the same way, and unless you think along their lines, you're not going to be part of the hive. And I wasn't thinking along their lines over various different subjects. Obviously, the big one that I did the video and all on that for truth, I was in agreement with. Um, and it's one of those topics. It's such a topic that even the most skeptical person will let their guard down, and that's what I did. I let my guard down, and I know quite a lot of other people have let their guard down, and I'm pretty confident that this is all part and parcel of it. So you've got Freddie there. He's moaning about getting a copyright strike off Washington. Badass Freddie. In his live streams, he's talking about how he's how he's fed up with YouTube. He doesn't care. He was offering to give his channel away the other day and all the rest of it. All this that he just doesn't care. He just wants to free everybody back into the wild, away from YouTube. I don't know what that obsession is. Why he has that obsession where he wants to get everybody off YouTube. YouTube is actually not a bad place. It just seems to be this toxic little corner that we find ourselves in. There's plenty of YouTube. YouTube is quite good. Um, so yeah, Freddie, he's been talking about he doesn't care. He's had enough. He wants to get off. It won't be long now. Once he's done exposing whatever it is that he's exposing, and he's going to give somebody his channel. He offered them his channel, and the next night, the, the next night he's in Betty Washam's chat, begging her, please take down the copyright strike, because I can't put my videos up unless you do, and you're stopping me from reporting about pedophiles. I mean, it was just ridiculous, But big hurry arse beggar Freddy begging for his channel back. But what I didn't like, he did do something in that stream. It's in Betty Washam's chat log. He did do something where he turned around and told Betty that I was working with Net for Truth USA, that I was actually working for him. I find that quite fucking disturbing, to be honest with you. And this is just typical the type of crap that these people pull, or Freddie pulls anyway. OG not so much got the backbone for that. He's a bit spineless in those type of matters, but Freddie's got no problem getting his little hands dirty and going around streams. I mean, he's not called a collector for nothing. He's a collector of people, folks. The guy's got 1,000 subs now, and he doesn't make videos. He just pumps out little 2-minute gorilla vids. He's not creative, you know what I mean? And then he jumps around anybody and everybody's live stream. And it always amazes me how he's able to go around all these live streams and just say, drop us a link. And a link is dropped and he's in their live stream. Or if they don't drop the link, he just calls them up on Hangouts and gets in via that way, whether they want them there or not. So, Freddie seems to be quite the figure of YouTube at the minute. But I never had him down for crying his eyes out over his channel. And then to be, calling me out as working for a damn pedophile. I mean, even for you, Freddie, that's pretty low. Like, I would like to see some sort of evidence for these, allegations that you're going around making about me. Like, but we all know that's not going to happen because you're a tech tard, remember? So, but you're more than welcome to come on here, Freddie, anytime you want. We can arrange something for you and OG to come on. We don't need Wake now because there's no women involved for him to hate on. And we know OG's a wee secret hater of women, so we do. And I'm not just talking about, having a go at a few wee channels that he thinks are snakes. It's becoming pretty see-through, his behaviour. But anyway, so there was that. He's on Barry Washam. He's begging for his channel back. And Barry's gloating. And she gets him on the phone or hangout or something like that there. And they're talking away and he's being all nice. And it was the video, I don't know if any of you remember it, but it was a video that he put up. It was one of these wee 40-second videos. You know, where Sippy Cup was going out for the night, her first night out, since giving up the story that she was being chased by the Illuminati. And he made this wee video. It was quite a sarcastic video. but he tried to pretend that it wasn't like, and Betty wasn't having none of it. In the end, she told him to basically clear off. But Freddie being Freddie, you know, she was able to tell us all the next day that the pair of them shared a private hangout for an hour and, you know, smoked a few joints, and they're now working together. Uh, so that's an official quote by Sippy Cup Betty that they are now working together, which was a surprise. But you know, the way that Betty was kind of introduced to us all, this is kind of one of the things I want to talk. There's a lot to talk about, folks, and this is one of the things I want to talk about. You know, that whole gunk thing, whenever it came out, was kind of broke on the whole deluxe channel that Freddie was a moderator part of. And OG was you know, a loyal listener. I believe he took part in some hangouts as well from time to time, but don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. That's why I said I believe. Um, so Gong gets out it that those two start, you know, by the I believe it was Net for Truth was out in his channel as well through Honeybee, and that's how OG and all came about that. Um, as far as I'm aware now, but they the next thing, the main person that had all that content was scrubbed, right? And the main channel that I could find anything on of any type of substance to give an idea of what the hell was going on was that social injustice warrior channel, the wrestling guy. You know, the wrestling dudes. And there's a lot of them that's come onto YouTube recently, you know. But anyway, he that exposure story ends up in their channel. And the funny thing is, Washam's connected to a guy who promotes wrestling as well. And I'm saying to myself, how did we even meet Washam? How did we meet Washam? How did we come across this guy? And you know, it was through OG and Freddie. They introduced everybody to Washam because nobody had heard of her beforehand. And OG was in uproar because she had used his video and was monetized. And he didn't like the idea of somebody making money off his work, considering the subject, which I'll give him that. I agree with him. You know, it was quite wrong on what she did. He made a few videos starring the pot, and you know that's when a few other of you know OG's loyal listeners kind of spoke out as well about it. Myself, I was one. A few others in here too, and they spoke out, and they ended up getting attacked. And sorry, here I'm just reading here. Right, okay. You distracted me there, Renee. Damn it. Damn, where was it? Is that much crap? Yeah, I know. I've freaking totally lost my train of thought now. Damn. But anyway, yeah, OG, you know, he causes things to be stirred up a bit over his video. The channels retaliate, you know, or defend him and whatnot, and show their loyalty to him, and get attacked, and you know, they make a few videos defending themselves, and it turns in the whole shit fest. Now, rather than OG come out and freaking, call a spade, he goes backwards and he starts calling these channels that defended him snakes because they didn't agree on one subject, one little subject with him on something that had happened on a previous stream. They didn't agree with it. So that turned them into snakes. Um, I had also experienced a similar thing, as you all well know. But they introduced us to Washington, and Washington's got this wrestling connection because it's pretty clear by now. If you've been watching Sippy Cup at all, it's pretty clear that that lady is not, people are helping her. She's getting outside help. And, over the last previous days, or whenever she seemed to get a wee bit kick off a bit, she would get phone calls and you'd kind of calm her down a bit, So she's a bit of a live wire. She's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. And, they introduced it, and she has that wrestling connection, the same wrestling, going back to exposure of gunk. Now, I don't know if there's anything to that. There's probably not. Who knows? But if you start going round, you'll start to notice more and more wrestling connections throughout the drift community. So after that, when we didn't have the chat, the bombs were being dropped apparently. OG dropped one today about Gunk, where Gunk is addressing his ex-girlfriend who allegedly was younger and claims that she was groomed by him. Although this was talked about a few months ago. This isn't old news, or sorry, new news. This isn't some big unknown secret. This is something everybody, I'm pretty sure, has known about for a while. Doesn't defend him, by the way. I'm not trying to defend the guy for what he's doing. I'm just saying this is something we knew, but so I wouldn't call it a bomb either. I've noticed Freddie going around quite a few other streams this week and talking shit about me. Whereas you won't find me doing that about him. Except here. And I'm not talking shit either. And it's surprising one of the channels he was on was Kate. I was a wee bit iffy about Kate, but whenever everybody was being assholes with me on Freddie's stream, Kate actually kind of stuck up for me. So I thought differently of him. I thought, kind of changed my opinion of him a bit. But then I seen him in the chat, him and Freddie in a hangout together talking about me. And it's just blatant lies. And here's the funny thing, right? This all goes back to this stupid stream about me talking for an hour and a half about freaking bowel movements, basically. Constipation, just a sense of humor about it. Like, I wasn't talking factually about things like this, was having a laugh and a joke. But from that happened, as I said, many other channels out of nowhere just picked up on this live stream. I mean, at that point, I think I had only something like 200 subs, maybe, or 250, maybe at best, On wow, I was getting all this attention from Frost and from Lift the Veil and whatnot, and a few other channels, as well as Freddie and OG. Being arseholes with me. So, they're quite happy to be in agreement with like Titus and all whenever the subject matter suits them. But whenever it's something completely, different, they're quite happy to go after. And I don't think anybody's going after anybody, folks. I think it's all one big game to drum up views, to drum up freaking entertainment. Because for the last, it's going on July, August, September, October, November. It's 4.5 months now since Net for Truth came out, right? The videos come out and whatnot, and we keep on hearing the same message every time these guys scream. Every time they stream, it's the same message. It's all doom and gloom, right? It's all fucking, it's all about fucking pedos and all this shit. And then it goes on about how horrible fucking YouTube is, how bullshit all the channels are, and how we all need to get off here and spend less time on YouTube, etc. And it's the same absolute bollocks every time. Now, it started to depress me whenever I was kind of friendly with the guys. It started to grind me down, and I kind of don't grind down easy. But it was grinding me down, especially listening to OG talk about it. Uh, I found myself wanting to cut my ears off and stomp on them. That's how freaking. That's how freaking disruptive it was to my mindset. Like, but here on the plus side, I want to say it was good to see OG today. He put out a wee video there this afternoon. He put out a couple of videos actually, and he was in good form. He was laughing and he was joking and he seemed to be having fun because that doesn't happen a lot for OG. So I was pleased to see that because he's one of these manic depressive types. He lets everything get the better of him. Get on top of him and drag him down. But he never leaves it. It's like an abusive girlfriend or something like that. There, it's just freaking wiping your eye left, right, and centre. Is maybe going out with a couple of different guys, but you're a glutton for punishment because she'll come round and spend a night with you once a week. You know what I mean? That's the type of guy that OG reminds me of. Glutton for punishment, but yeah, it's disturbing yet, because these people that had the opportunity to go on the Titus Frost, they turned it down. I thought they only had 20 minutes. Originally, actually, they were offered an hour, but because they don't have Honeybee on and they didn't have Random Runs of Ran on there, and possibly Jamie Deluxe was another one mentioned for it. They wanted to be able to go on there and confront these people for everybody to see on YouTube. And that's more about ego than it was than getting the message out there. And the message was supposed to be, how are we letting these pedos in the community? That these are too known. You know, what happens next? So that message goes out the window because they want to have a go at Honeybee because Honeybee called them a troll and things like that. There, um, and that's all about ego in my book. Like I don't care what way you try and spin it or dress it up. That's what it is. It's ego. This has been going on for a long time now. It doesn't change, and I don't understand where they think that you know chopping and changing, asking for one thing, getting it, and then moving the goalposts again, expecting the all stars, to bow down to their knees. And then, of course, when they don't, they're making these threats. And as I've said before, that brings you to the stat. And he's making claims about freaking the Fango man that, I'd be honest with you, wow, what's a lawsuit in the making, if ever there is one? A lawsuit in the making, all right. But again, he's doing it for views. He's doing it for clicks. Otherwise, you just drop it out there. Is that not what's more important? Instead of frigging feeding people in drips and drabs, and see how the community react, and see how that person involved reacts. You know, it's fucking bullshit. But of course, Freddie and all, they're acting like they've got some big fucking, you know, the smoking gun, and they're going to hold it and stick it in everybody's back to somebody caves. And I don't think it's going to work. To me, it just looks like one big LARP. And that big LARP seems to me to start, shamefully enough, from that for truth. I'm seeing people now. I see now that I've stepped back somewhat and I've taken a break away from making videos and paying attention to the other channels. And I'm kind of just looking at what I've personally been involved with. Um, I'm starting to realize, there's a lot of people outside of Freddie and OG that are involved with this. There's just viewers and things like that there that always seem to be at the right place at the right time. You'll see them in multiple live streams. Uh, you know, possibly being mods and things like that there. Well, I tell you what, if you're trusting me, Lee, you're an absolute fool, because I wouldn't trust me. I wouldn't trust a word comes out of my mouth. But what I would do is I'd listen to what I'd say and see if I can verify it. And if you're able to verify it, well, then you can start to put a bit of trust in there. But I don't trust any of them. Don't trust any of them. See, when a guy, who you've been sitting having personal conversations with, is turning around telling, YouTube that you're working with a damn pedophile. That's the bottom of the bucket. That's scummy as fuck, if you ask me. But it's a people collector. That's what he does. He speaks in places where he won't be seen by the many. He goes to these wee channels. He picks up his crews. He he says what he has to say. He gets his message out there, and he goes on his way. And as I said, he doesn't do anything on YouTube except for these wee 2-minute videos or 40-second videos. But he's been around all these big channels. He's been involved personally with all these channels. He's a direct connection to these channels. And any time any sort of bullshit starts up, Freddie's in the thick of it. Freddie is in the thick of it. If he's not there to start it, he's there to clean it up. And folks, I do believe in coincidence, and I do believe in the power of numbers. But I tell you what, Freddie just extends outside those boundaries, and I'm starting to see a different side to him that I didn't think I would see. I didn't think there was that side of him. It's one thing to make out that you're that and this and that and all the rest of it, but turning around saying that I'm working with a pedophile, you fucking loose bag. But on the plus side, I got to watch him beg and plead for his channel off Sippy Cop Betty. This big ass badass beggar, he doesn't care about YouTube and he's crying. So but meanwhile, this some news has been breaking about these apparently oh, and who else was in there with Freddie whenever he was begging for his channel? Who else do you think was in there with him? Jenny Simon. I mean, this is the girl that Freddie calls a plant alert, who he spoke to for 2 hours. Who he allowed get attacked on his stream. he didn't cut her feed. You know, he could have cut her camera feed. He could have muted her. He never done anything. These things. He let it all carry on, and that to me, you know, that just looks like a classic lark now. You know. And I remember after that stream, everybody was kind of a bit nervous. You know, oh, she's a plant. She's this. She's that. And you know, to an extent, trying to creep you out or scare you or something like that, or as if you know people might turn up your door. Nobody's going to turn up at my door, folks. Not where I live. Um, Fucking police don't even come in here half the times. Yeah, I mean they absolutely destroyed that girl. Absolutely destroyed her. She comes back in that does another live stream with them after I, you know, do my whole wee thing with them, and all's forgiven. But even in that stream, they're still mocking her. They're still taking the piss out of her. Um, you know, you Toto, you know exactly what I'm talking about too, girl. I know. So you do. Um, yeah, it's just freaking. And then the next thing, she's alongside Freddie, you know, hand in hand, freaking carrying the banner on Save Freddie's channel from Betty. You know, yes, and it's like out of the blue, out of the blue, you know, Freddie comes out with this video about Unirock, you know. But you know, because Unirock's kind of going against the flow when it comes to the whole stat thing. That's how it looked. I'm not saying that's the overall message he's going for, but that's how it looked in that. And obviously, these guys are backing the stat because the stat is coming out with all this crap. I believe he's even going to be doing a live stream with Freddie later on. But you know, it should be interesting because I would like to see some. You know, I'm quite sure some of yous will be in that chat, will be in that stream that the stat's in, and I would like to see somebody ask the stat, "What the fuck is he playing at?" You know, what's with the accusation or the innuendo accusations against the Fango? Either you've got something to fucking say or nothing to say. This drip drop crap is nothing but for, I mean, that's shit to do on TV. But what he's doing now is all about fucking views, you know, sensationalizing something basically. And I would like to see somebody to fucking, you know, ask that question. Because these guys are trying to make out that all of a sudden, maybe they do have something. I don't know. Maybe they do have something, but the way they're handling it, the way they've handled the whole thing with the Amigos and the All Stars and doing their chat, they could have done it this weekend if they'd wanted. But they made their demands. They put themselves in that corner. Nobody put them in that corner. They put themselves in that corner because they want to be recognized. Ego. Um, what else did I see happen? Anything else interesting? Oh, I seen Lift the Veil. I couldn't believe this one. This one kind of shocked me a bit. Right, this one I kind of. Now, if anybody follows or has followed George Webb in the last 6 to 12 months, you will know possibly about one of his like researchers that he was using, nicknamed Task Force. She passed away in a hotel room because they all rented this hotel together. You all stay in these hotels together. You know, and you got to ask yourself, I mean, it's more of a production thing, no? They're all staying in the same hotels together. Not just like for the weekend, but all the time. So she's in this hotel and she goes to bed and doesn't wake up, basically. That's a short story. So, of course, in true conspiracy style, it must have been a hit. Microwave weapons, or who fucking knows. But the point is, the lady died. I'm sure she has family. Um, and Lift the Veil was doing a live stream where he had another guy on it, and they were going over the autopsy report. That actually paid to get a copy of the autopsy report of this poor lady who had passed away. There's nothing nefarious. Nobody freaking shot her when I got there. She'd obvious medical conditions now because it's all over the fucking internet. You know, Channels are going and getting autopsy reports of other YouTubers who have passed away. I mean, what the hell, folks? What happened to exposing the government's agenda? What happened to that? I mean, is everybody in YouTube land going to pretend that it's all the Jews' fault now, and that the American government never had an agenda? Because before Trump came into power, we had freaking Jade Helm, you had freaking all these other freaking crazy ass things going on that hundreds of freaking YouTube. There was videos everywhere about all this stuff, absolute everywhere. But since Trump's come in, everybody points the finger at Israel. Now, before you start, I'm not saying friggin' they shouldn't. I'm just saying that's what we're seeing. A lot of it is going down this road to point the finger at them, uh, and then doing background checks. I mean, Lift the Veil's doing background checks on Vegan Mikey. Now they're doing autopsy reports on another YouTuber, citizen journalist, whatever you want to call it. And, you know, when are people going to wake up and realize this place is, it's not the place, it's not the viewers, it's the people behind the channels. And it's the people who are helping them with the narrative behind the channels. And these people all came in just before Trump. And they've been here ever since. They never lose their channels. They always complain about being censored. They always complain about being demonetized. They've got their Patreons, they've got their PayPals. And, you can see moves being worked. You can see at times they work together, and at other times they hate on each other. But behind the scenes, they're working together. That's the way this circle has been. I'm pretty sure everybody has. I'd be confident saying the majority of people have worked this out for themselves. That we don't really need anybody to go around and make a video about it. We all kind of know it. It's like a well-known secret. You know what I mean? So there, and then whenever this Sippy Cup Belly's channel gets revealed to us all, and she gets in the picture of it all. She somehow managed to gain like 4,000 subs in 4 days. Over a Cappy vid. And it's real funny, like, because she gained another 400 subs there over the last few days, but she didn't gain any views across her videos. There was one video she got like a couple of thousand, but the rest of it, she's not getting any more views than me on my live streams. I ain't getting way more views on my live streams than what she does. And I've got a tenth of the freaking subscriber base than what she has. So, I'm thinking bought subs. They buy the sub straight away so they can get monetized straight away. That's what I'm thinking. It must be part of it, like. But she comes in and she starts talking, and the stuff that she's talking about. She goes after Nat for Truth as well. She phones him up, and then during this phone call, just being nice to him, she changes her mind and starts agreeing with him. And reckons he was framed and whatnot. But she said she was only doing that because she was scared because the guy had her phone number. Well, he had her phone number because she let him have her phone number. Now, um, here's the thing, right? Now that I say that, I want you to think of this. Remember, I said that she used her phone number to ring him, right? She let him have that phone number. Because here's one something I want to say. She made a report to the police the other night about him. She phoned up the police about him. And when the police asked her the phone number, she gave a false number. So she was smart enough to give a false number to the police. But when it came to Net for Truth, she gave a real phone number. I mean, what's going on here with this picture? And of course, Net for Truth, he has a go at her. They have a bit of a row, but by the end of it, they're all friends. They're all holding hands and hugging it out. And then she gets that much stick for it the next day. She comes out and says, "Oh, it was just an act because I was scared because he had my phone number." Well, anybody that's going to watch Sippy Cup, you're only doing it for. I mean, I would like to think if there's anybody in here that subbed the Sippy Cup, I would like to think they're only watching her for entertainment reasons because she is funny. Now, she doesn't mean to be funny, but she's funny. The woman's always getting drunk. She's always smoking weed, and she allegedly has brain damage. Um, and these things all put together makes for some funny streams where she loses her shit. It's quite funny that way. But if you're going there for information, listen. She's trying to tell her subs that JFK Jr. is still alive, folks. She's trying to tell her subs that Q is real, that it's not, that it's not, that it's one person, that it's not really multiple people. I mean, she's still on this storyline. She's like 6 months behind everybody else. Folks, people die. I don't understand why people don't you know, you know, just can't accept that people die, but they do die. Here's something for you, right? When Princess died, right? Princess Diana died in France back in the 90s. I think it was 96. Um, May have been later, but I think it was around that time. When she died, the conspiracies came out about the royal family killer, right? That was the conspiracy of it all, that they had her killed off. I never once come across a single conspiracy that suggested she was still alive. Because the bigger seller of those two stories is the Queen had her killed, not that they faked her death so she could go and live in some sunny island away from the paparazzi. You know what I'm saying? It suited the narrative. It was a far better narrative for a conspiracy that the Queen killer rather than they faked her death, that she's not really dead, that she lives in somewhere nice and sunny anyway. Um, Hold on a wee minute there, folks. No, get down. Aye, just right. It's my cat, folks. Trying to do things she's not allowed to do. She's climbing up places she knows she's not allowed to. She's been rather bold recently, but nonetheless, you know, that was the big point about that. It's a bigger seller. So JFK down in an airplane crash, uh, that what the Democrats took him out, whatever. That could be the conspiracy, or in fact, he's actually alive, and a submarine picked him up and took him out to some crazy, undisclosed location, and he's really Q. Q. This Q LARP was trying to sell people that not too long ago. I mean, that's a crazy ass prospect that there. And that's what Sippy Cop's at the minute. He's trying to, come off with this nonsense about JFK Jr. But it looks to me nothing more than the distraction from what we see going on from this little pocket circle, this circle of YouTubers, from really graceful. We all know really graceful has made intros for these channels. I think she did Rant the Rants, she did Lift the Fields. She knows that we know that she does videos. I'm pretty confident, although I can't prove it. Okay, so I can't prove it, but I'm pretty confident that somebody is making Jamie Deluxe videos. Um, there's just something about them, just looks familiar. So we all know that this community have all been working together, have did the whole "I hate you," no, I hate you, no, but I hate you, well, I hate you more routine over and over and over again, generating views, uh, and basically just turning what used to be a community that was, had a whole lot of channels looking into multiple subjects. It turned that into a community of bullshit channels that just drum up drama constantly and seem to look for new ways to be able to do it. And I honestly believe this, and a lot of people may not like this what I'm going to say here, but I believe OG and Freddie are caught up in that too, because they started getting funny with me long before I was dragged in and made to explain myself to them on why I was making them look bad. Um, Freddie will even say that himself, and the community has just turned into a mess and the reason why I believe they're part of it now is because they had the opportunity to go on Titus Frost, the three of them together, confront Titus Frost and say to him, "This is what we have found out. Why are you not doing anything about it? Why did you not do this?" And they didn't do it. And they had another opportunity to do it this weekend, and they didn't do it because the stage is not set to their liking. Now, if you're somebody who, with such a subject of what it is, it's a horrible subject, sickening subject, we all know that. But for the subject that it is, for you to turn around and be issuing all these demands have to be met before you're prepared to go on to their channel that they graciously offered an olive branch to try and put things out and came to you and offered the opportunity to you to come to their channel and talk about it with them. To turn that down, I'd say is to me you're playing the game. And then when you start getting involved, I mean, OG and Freddie now, I mean, they're getting involved with fucking these cicada dudes now, and we all know how that goes. You've seen the videos there. If you haven't, go look at the stats channel. Look at his videos. Where the whole copy and lift the veil thing. I remember watching it. I'm sure many of you watched it as well. There was like nearly 6,000 people watching that live stream at the time, and these guys are in the thick of it as well. These security guys. And at the minute they've come out with these allegations about the Fango. The Fango, as far as I know, has sat there and said nothing. He's not commenting. He's nothing to comment. And the stat shows that through Twitter that the Fango just wrote no comment, and that's pointed out as almost like an admission of guilt. Anybody who's got half a brain would say no comment at the very least. You're not going to turn around and say things that later on may become a problem. So you just say no comment, end the story. Now, the Fango is the only channel that I never really had a go at on here. Never about this whole LARPing thing. I left him out of it. It wasn't because I don't think he LARPs or anything, but I think Fango got turned over last year, and it cost him quite a bit as far as progress with the channel and the subs. And Freddie was around that too at the time. You know, Freddie was at Nathan's channel and caused a bit of bedlam there. Was a moderator and left there, all holier than thou. He goes to Jimmy Deluxe. He's a mod there. It all gets a bit upside down over other characters brought into the picture, and it's he's left there. And he always seems to be in the middle of it, and it's no accident. It is absolutely no accident, folks. At a point you have to say to yourself, why does this keep happening? And another thing I've noticed about him too, he keeps on, he'll just seem to jump in. Well, I said it earlier. He jumps into the streams whenever, just at the right time, or maybe the person who's holding the stream is losing their temper a wee bit, or is maybe saying a wee bit too much. And he just happens to always just jump in there at the right time. I mean, well, I know people in here know what I'm talking about. They've seen it go on across various YouTube channels that he's been involved with. And I see this nonsense that's going on at the minute nothing more than another LARP. I mean, I said it before, the cops in Australia know about gunk. They've been given all the evidence about gunk. You can phone up. Do a bit of research yourself and start looking. So they're coming out with this nonsense about, this girl who said he groomed her. Well, why wait till it's all over and done with? Because why wait till it's all over and done with, like, and start repeating the same message that we all knew about before? I don't get that. they keep they've had a go up to me about that video that got copyright struck that YouTube took down that I didn't take down. I just took down the other two videos, but those videos were nothing to do with Mr. Gunk being a groomer, child groomer, and got there or anything along those lines. It was a completely different topic, and those videos don't really mean much unless you have the first part, and that's a video that was copyright struck. You know, they give me shit because I took down all the content. I scrubbed all the content off my channel except for the videos to do with that for Truth and the All Stars. Show them what I exposed about them. I left them up because those are the kind of ones that I thought, well, they're more important than the rest. And at the same time, if you go and look at OG's channel now, you know, all his gong videos from way back at the beginning gone. Yeah, cause we are. I mean, I think that's just a wee bit. Is that just not trolling at this stage? Bringing this up again? Or is it because he didn't actually see a video of it before? Because we all talked about it. I know we did. We all talked about it in the Discord. In fact, I'm pretty sure she was one of the girls in our Discord. Pretty confident she was in the Discord with us, talking about it. So, bringing this up is more trolly than anything. He's already admitted himself what he's admitted. I think everybody knows about that. That kind of needs to know. None of us are, we're not the law. We're not the police. We're not detectives or we're not, part of the alphabet agencies. There's only so much you can do research on yourself over the internet, like when you're sitting in a country thousands of miles away from the country they're living in. Um, if you were the police, obviously it'd be a different matter, like, but there's only so much you can talk about it. And I think the point, like, okay, make people aware, make a video about it, make a concise video about it, and upload it at once a friggin' week if you have to, or once a fortnight or something. But constantly going over this narrative that was brought out and was it April time kind of came to the forefront, you know, and bring up a thing between him and his ex, like it's a smoking gun. Oh, we've got you now, so we're coming for you, gunk. We're crying out loud. I mean, it's nothing really. It's all just circumstantial conjecture. That's all it is. And it's all the twist, and it's all just to keep the narrative going. I mean, I don't know how they can justify. I don't know how OG can justify putting that video up when he bottled going off Titus Frost channel. When he bottled that and wouldn't go on and talk to everybody about gunk, but he wants to put a video up, a week and a half later, when he could have just went and got the word out there and got the message. But he wouldn't have been able to talk to Honeybee. Maybe he's got a thing for Honeybee. I don't know. But he gives me the impression that he doesn't like women. I mean, I don't. When I say doesn't like women, I don't mean he's gay. I'm talking about personality-wise. I think he's got a bit of a grudge towards women. I don't know if that's like a generational thing, if it's something to do with upbringing, or maybe has he been married before? I don't know. Has he had bad experiences? I don't know, but he certainly doesn't seem too tolerant of women. I feel now that I've said that to you, when you go back and look at things, you'll start to see it a little bit yourself. You'll start to realize what I'm saying. I don't really like doing that, kind of priming somebody's mindset on how to do things or how they should see things or anything like that there. But I'm telling you, because I feel this is an important part of all this. Once you see it, you see it. It's hard not to see it. Um, you see, I believe what was happening when this whole LARP started, right? There you are there, but you can come on here. There you go. Here, do you want a link, OG? You can come in here and talk to me, bye. No problem here. Hold on there, bye. I'll get you a link. Oh, fuck, I've been waiting for this. Whew. I knew you liked the lurk, OG. I knew you always watch me. I don't talk to land cunts, I. You have no backbone, you mean? That's what, OG. Listen, we'll tell you, OG. You can come in here and I'll talk to you quite respectfully. There you go. I won't treat you like a woman here. You had your chance in freaking Discord. I tell you what, OG, you're right. Whenever you and Freddie decided to make an example of me on fucking Hangouts on your wee live stream, you didn't come to me in private of Discord and talk to me about it. Instead, you did a live stream about it. And you boy sat and fucking stuck an knife in me for 20 fucking minutes at the start of that stream, telling everybody how I was ruining your reputation because I made a video. If I hadn't even made the video, because I was leaving comments on Agent 19's fucking videos. Just be careful what you say, OG. But you're more than welcome to come on here, OG. Hit that link, OG. Come on. Don't battle it. Show a bit of spine. Show a bit of gumption. No, Fred, OG, you're on the live stream there. You on, Freddie? You're sitting there first 20 minutes before I even appeared. Because if I'd have seen that fucking 20 minutes, I wouldn't have. I'd have had a lot more to fucking say than what I said. And they wouldn't have been friggin' defending. You see, OG, you two are the cunts that put the knife into my back, not the other way around, boy. Get that right. And then you have the nerve to leave me a message on Discord saying, "Why didn't you speak to me in private? Why did you have to do this on live streams? If I don't hear back on you for an hour's time, I'm going to delete you off my friends list." It's fucking Discord. It was on a computer. I didn't fire up my computer to fucking 8 hours later. I was supposed to see it, you idiot. Again, to your time frame, to your narrative. Come on, OG, the link's there. Don't bottle it, son. Because I tell you what, you've had plenty to say. Plenty to say. You said nothing. Go watch the fucking stream. You were crying about me fucking going and watching other channels that you thought were dubious because it made you look bad. And you didn't want people thinking bad of you because they were associating me with you. Go look at the fucking stream. You fucking coward. Go and get Freddy. Maybe he'll fucking encourage you to come on the parodies. I dress up as a woman. Did you laugh your ass off too, OJ? Is that all you've got? That's right. I like to have a bit of fun, my friend. OJ. Okay, I like to have a laugh and a fucking joke with people. I don't sit here trying to fucking depress them. Now I realise you're having one of your good day today. You've got the energy levels up. That's a good thing. Obviously not enough where you want to come into the stream and talk to me. Because when you asked me to come on, I come on. I did it. I turned up and I took the fucking heat and I answered the fucking questions, boy. All right? I wasn't fucking spineless. Fucking spineless cunt. That's the difference between fucking me and you, OG. Maybe that's the Irish in me and the English in you. Running on fucking you and Ferry on watching stream the other night, telling her that I fucking worked for fucking David T. That for truth. Fuck. It's in Barry Washam's fucking live chat, the one where Freddie was begging her to take the strike off his fucking channel. You know, the big badass fucking guy doesn't give a shit. I don't need to get it up, because that's what yous are waiting for. Then yous will fucking strike me. I know what yous are fucking at, boy. That's why I started doing a parody. I'm not a fucking lying cunt. It's there. People can see it. They can go see it themselves. I know it and you know it. And that's all that matters. And the fact that the fucking you'll turn around and deny it and make out that I'm the fucking liar says it all. It never happened, Do you know what, OJ? That just shows exactly what you are. I don't need to get it up. It's there. People can go and see it. I'll give you the fucking name of the video. Fucking spineless cunt. I said you and Freddie. The previous were in there together. Freddie said it, and you give a wee fucking lol after it. Fucking scum. I tell you what, I'll make a wee video for you too then, OG. Yous are fucking larping like fuck. Yous are just fucking distraction. Well, Tretch, I'm no fucking cunt boy, alright? Because I didn't fucking try to do no LARP in my fucking channel, mate. That Freddy had to bail me out of. Aye, we're all brainwashed zombies. Look, everybody, get off the internet. It's terrible. I'm going to go on Titus Frost and expose everything. No, I'm not. I'll do a wee video for you tomorrow. OJ. There you go. I'm not doing it over a live stream because if I get a strike, I'll not be able to. While I'm doing a live stream, I'll not be able to live stream, will I? Well, you think I'm fucking stupid? And Barry Washam hands out fucking strikes like there's no tomorrow, as we both know. Fucking English punts. Come on, OG, you've had your chance. Come on in. I'll send you another invite. Come on in. Let's get it. Let's get it off our fucking chest. Show me the fucking courtesy. I'm not going around other people's fucking channels talking shit about you. I do it my own fucking channel. Where you've got the opportunity to come in here and fucking talk to me, challenge me on it. But sitting there saying, typing your wee fucking words, I'd fucking put a wee video out tomorrow. It never happened. You know, fine rightly it fucking happened. Well, just remember, OJ, that's the difference between you and me, boy. I fucking showed you the courtesy. I was respectful enough to come and answer the fucking questions. Listen, OJ, I don't need fucking respect from you, mate. But I would have thought you would have had a bit of backbone to come and defend yourself. Not hide out in the fucking chat. Fucking wuss. Traits, I don't care if I have respect from you either, mate. You're another fucking LARPer. You're his fucking mate the last 2 years. Do you think we're obviously going to fucking turn round and think all of a sudden you're nothing to do with? No, I said Freddie was the one that fucking wrote it, and you gave a wee fucking lol after it. Well, here, Trich, come on in. I'll drop you a link too. He doesn't handle shit like a man. Come on. I'm about the only one of these that's the only one that's got any fucking integrity around here is me. Come on, Trich, get in there. Let's fucking hear it from me, boy. Yes, Renee, I can see what OJ's saying. Is that not an accolade? No? Calling you Uber driver of the year? We know your LARPing ways, Tretch. You know what you did. Look, at the end of the day, it's nighttime. And see all these things that I've been talking about in these streams, and the best that you can come in here is come in and insult me rather than show a bit of backbone and a bit of spine. Do you know what, OJ? Go and be a fucking manic depressive somewhere else, kid. Honestly, if this is all you can amount to, if this is all you can do. Find me a wife. Why would I want a wife? Are you kidding, Twitch? Fucking clear out, kid. You weren't even subbed to me up until 2 weeks ago. For crying out loud. No, Jada, but we're not all the same. You see, these little fucking arseholes here, like to talk fucking shit, like to friggin' stick a knife in people, like to go around other people's live streams and throw the knives in their back where they think that you're not going to see, and go around and collect their fan clubs for the suckers. I mean, think about this. Where's everybody been? You know, we're all talk. They've all been talking about one subject, yet they're all going out farming every freaking dirty little corner of YouTube, looking for people to collect. Well, Wanda, I could have quite happily have worked things out properly or privately, should I say? But these guys decided to go, expect me to explain myself publicly, which I did, and they answered their questions. Simple as that. Because I've got a bit of backbone, all right. But OG here, he wants to sit there and friggin', you know. See, I interrupted. I when OG was supposed to be the quiet, resourceful man, right? Uh, Freddie was supposed to be the gun ho blazing, you know, character, and Wake now was supposed to be the one who fucking loses his shit on women. This was all, their wee group. And I kind of messed that up whenever I got involved in the first live stream because I took OG's place. Whoever believes this clown, will I tell you, OG, you can't even fucking research copyright strikes, you idiot. You're sitting making all these stupid videos about copyright strikes. You don't even know what the hell you're talking about, and you want me to believe that you researched Pizzagate for 2 years. 2 years. Fuck. Oh man, I bet you don't even know what the back of your hand looks like for crying out loud. Well, Lee, you may think it's stupidity, but I feel that when somebody freaking sticks a knife into my back and does it publicly, I have a problem with that. It's not stupid in my mind. Now, obviously, this is all my fault and this is all my doing, and I'm the liar, and you know, I'm the clown, and I'm this and I'm that, and there's absolutely no truth to anything I've been saying whatsoever. I mean, this has all just been a made up lark to try and make OG and Freddie look bad. Yeah, sure. But as I say, I got no problem stepping up the plate when I need to step up the plate, and I've proven that. Nobody's blocked OG. OG's comments are there. OG, you take your videos down all the time, bitch. All right, you take your videos down all the time. But that's okay when you do it. But if I do it, it's not okay. This is the double standard I'm talking about, OG. It's okay for you guys to do one thing, but it's not okay for everybody else to do it. Everybody else is a sellout, is a shill, blah, 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 and all the rest of it. Like, I don't know if you're that paranoid that this is all freaking in your, delusion crap that you just can't think straight whenever you come up with all this nonsense. I got 5 channels, deal with it. What do you need 5 channels for, you idiot? What an absolute clown. OG, there's only so many times you can put the same, what do you call it? I don't need a backup channel, OG. I've got the Scooby Doo and I've got this. That's it. I don't need any other channels. And the Scooby Doo, I don't put videos on. It's not there for videos. And if they get struck, they get struck. Sure, you've got two. What do you need five for? Sure, Freddy's got 10 ready to go, dropping all these bombs. These bombs that we haven't seen. You took the piss out of Titus Frost for doing this nonsense, talking about fucking Moabs and bombs, and nothing appeared. You can't haggle with fucking copyright strikes, you idiot. How can you haggle with a copyright strike? YouTube takes it down. You don't have a choice to take it down or let it stay. A copyright strike is a copyright strike. It's different from a privacy strike. And I actually haven't had privacy strikes. I've only had a copyright strike. And I find it hard to believe that all you crazies have been getting all these crazy copyright strikes and all the rest of it, and I haven't. And yet, you know, my videos have been every bit as fucking good as yours. To an extent, some of them have been better, but they don't get struck. Why is that? Well, sir, Freddy's working with Betty now. He's sitting doing 1 hour hangouts, smoking blow. This is what Betty says. She's confirmed it, folks. What more can I do? He's on her channel begging for his channel back. Take your copyright strike down. Yes, she can retract a copyright strike. She can retract it. You can't. You idiot. If she retracts it, then you get it back. Then it's off. End of story. Well, folks, anybody saying that they can't see OT, I do not know why. I can only say it must be because A, you've either got him blocked, or B, he's got you blocked, because I can see him pretty clear here. Listen, OG, I'm not going to sit and let you distract me all night, folks. Okay, you had your opportunity to come in here. I dropped you multiple fucking links. So you had your chance to come in here and freaking confront me like a freaking man instead of being a spineless little bitch in the comment section there. If so, put up or shut up. Adios, amigos. I'm not a man. You're freaking Spanish, you idiot. That's unbelievable. I can't believe that. This guy says I'm not a man, and he's he's bottling it. Yeah. Listen, people can see for themselves, OG. You know, you've had plenty of opportunity to come on and talk to me, confront me, whatever it is you want to do. Instead, you know, you're in here crying. You're not a man at all. You're a lying sack of shit. I never said that. Yeah, that's it. OG has now made himself irrelevant on YouTube, folks. This is why I put my money on the All Stars, folks. Because I knew these guys were going to battle it. I knew there's no way that they couldn't even handle Titus Frost on his own, for crying out loud. There you go, Daddy. Did you see it? You saw the stream. Tell me this, Daddy. Did you see the part where Freddie wrote in the chat saying that I worked with Dave T. Net for Truth. I don't think that would be happening there. Listen, folks, I'd much rather that OG came into the hangout and talked, but he didn't. Um, I can only assume why some people was able to see OG and others weren't. I don't expect anybody to take sides, folks. Anything they get there doesn't annoy me. Let's do it, eh? No problem, OJ. 2 seconds. Because I'm not calling your bluff, like. Don't be thinking that of me. Oh, shit. Where's the hang? There's a close out. Plus. Did you get the link, OJ? Lee, I'd like to point out that I'm not part of the Triffer movement. This is a comedy channel. The link's not working. Shit. Oh, fuck's sake. 3 seconds, folks. Close the wrong window there. Is Rennie still here?
It's not who you were expecting, was it?
No, but at least I know the link works. That's fine.
Yep, just wanted to prove that. So, how you doing, buddy?
Top of the world, mate.
Good, good. Dude, I'm sorry this stuff has gone down. This is a big snafu over nothing. It really is. I'm not even paying attention to the chat because I really do not even care anymore.
Well, you mightn't care, but I do because I feel
no.
my
Let me try to get
reputation
this
was
out.
extremely tarnished.
Dude, Truth Convoy's called me a pedo. If people are going to get upset over other people calling each other names on YouTube, you guys shouldn't be on YouTube at this point. I'm seeing Unirock and this stuff and these people trolling these people so freaking hard over this stuff. And you guys don't know that this stuff all connects to us. So if you guys don't want to get along and you want these two different camps to keep going at each other's throats, that's cool by me. I'm not on either side of either camp here. I'm not. Like I said, I'm trying to get you guys. I want OG to jump on. I want you guys to be like, okay, really? It was this stupid over Freddie? No, it wasn't even Freddie. It was Frank Bacon and All Seeing You and other people connected to that camp. It has nothing to do with you guys. Like I said, I saw this stuff with Betty Washington, and you guys, and I'm like going, wow, you guys are fighting over those two crazy born agains when these other people are over here using black magic and talking about this other crazy stuff. Wow, I'm not going to get involved anymore. Sorry, I should put my avatar up because I don't want to be on camera. So like I said, that's all I really wanted to say, dude, because I respect you a whole hell of a lot. I respect OG a whole hell of a lot. Yeah, I get Freddie's an ass. But, you know, we kind of all knew that when we signed up to this stuff a year ago. I was in that chat with Doughboy. I said to everybody a year ago, loyalty and integrity come with time. I never trusted anybody, but I never turned around and started calling anyone anything besides a blue chicken or a flat earther. And that's what I'm saying, going, dude, we had such a good thing. And yeah, I'm sorry all this stuff has gone down the way it has, but it's really kind of silly. Aren't we supposed to be going after people who are covering up for pedophile abuse? Isn't that the goal here? Aren't we all supposed to be on the same team here, exposing people in cults that are abusing kids?
No, folks, I wasn't on that team. I wasn't part of that team at all. The thing that I signed up for was to expose the bullshit. Full stop. It wasn't just specifically about you know, Netflix. We did expose him.
Right, but then
I did videos of him.
But then Isaac Cappy came along.
The field, went on to lift the field, phone call, all that stuff.
Let's not bring those people into this conversation. That's what I'm saying. That stuff happened. That had nothing to do with you and OG, though. Isaac Cappy, Vegan Mikey, that had nothing to do with you two being friends. So I don't understand why you guys aren't talking at least. I don't understand. That's all I'm going to keep repeating here, is I don't see two people I respect immensely. Two people I'm going to call friend for a year till the day I die, because I'm loyal like that. I fucking ride or die till the fucking end.
There's a live stream on Freddie's channel. Maybe the Shillhammer. I'm not sure. It's one of those two channels. Something about sorting this shit out or getting the bottom of this, where I'm summoned on. And the first 20 minutes are Freddie on OG. Basically, Freddie's trying to make me a liar that I I'm proved wrong.
Right,
and I'm saying OG's crying because, you know, he's heard that I'm going around other people's channels and it reflects badly on him, and he doesn't want to be part of that. And it affects his
that's what I'm sitting there saying, is I see that. I don't think he saw you getting trolled so hard by all the Wash and Warrior people, fanatics. And then this stuff with Treach came along, and like I said, it's a huge mess. But if you guys don't talk it out, if everybody keeps talking smack and throwing names and doing all that stuff, we're never going to get back to where we were a month ago even. And that's all I'm kind of hoping, is a month ago we had a really good crew. And then some stuff happened because of stupid Frosty Zombie
No,
in the
we'll tell
business.
you, it's deeper than that, Lee. It's
No, no,
deeper
no.
than
I
that.
know it
It
is.
goes
I know
further
it
than
is.
that. No, hold on. Let me speak
Go
about it.
ahead.
It goes
Go ahead.
further than that. When I did that freaking stream where I was joking about freaking constipation and shit, right? These guys all of a sudden all fucking twisted and turned. You'd have thought that I was talking about riding their mothers the way they got on.
So
The
you're like,
way they
I
behaved
remember
about it
that.
afterwards, you'd have thought they caught me in bed with their mothers. Honest to goodness. The way people took that was ridiculous. Lift the Veil was brought in on it. He flipping Titus Frost was putting it all over Twitter, all about this freaking stream. But the atmosphere was set before that. There was something going on with these guys where they were fucking uh, getting itchy fucking fingers around me. And I told, thing about really pissed me off about Freddie is I told Freddie that I was had fucking health problems. I was waiting to get scans done, and I fucking shit myself in case it was a big fucking C. Now, thankfully, I've been given the all clear that it's not that, but that's what was going on with me at the time. And that's why I wasn't about. That's why my videos dropped off. It's why why Wanker the Wink dropped off, all of that dropped off because I could hardly fucking keep myself together. So I just fucking stayed out of it. And I was sleeping fucking 20 hours a day. And all these fuckers here, they started getting all suspicious and acting like there's fucking, I don't know what. Then the claims about my video and the gong strike saying I sold out and fucking, I made a deal with YouTube because I want to be famous, fucking unbelievable. Any
Yeah, I
old
know, but that's the
bullshit
thing.
a day, like, and
That's what I'm trying
then
to explain. Is I've
you know,
seen this happen before with other YouTubers, and that's what I'm
and
sitting there
then
going.
Freddie fucking puts a privacy strike on his own fucking video with a different fucking channel and turns around and says it's me. Now, that's bullshit.
I know because right now I'm kind of like trying to um, chill everybody out a little bit. Everyone's really sensitive about a lot of things right
Well,
now.
this could have been sorted a couple of weeks ago.
I agree. I agree 100% there. But that's also when I learned that people were talking behind the scenes on Twitter and things. I don't do that stuff myself.
Nope.
But I went and had a friend look for me, and then they said, "Oh my God, look, these people are actually connected to this stuff." And that's why I'm sitting there going, "I'm gonna keep trying to get you guys to be friends because I know that the only way to get to the bottom of this is for you guys to talk it out." I think other people gaslit Freddie, and he said things he didn't really mean. But you know, Freddie, come on, we all have been fucking called and insulted by him. So
there's no
it's not
fuck.
like this,
Listen,
right?
no, I
It's
don't buy
about,
that. There's no excuse for
but
that
let it go.
because
Okay, once again, you're right. I'm
nope.
talking about
I'm
you and
sorry.
OG here.
Nope.
You and
I'm not that
okay,
type of
you can
guy.
hang on to it. That's fine. That's fine by me. Once again, I am going to be as passive resistant here as I
What
can.
what I'll say it is right. Best way I could put it is, see, once I'm done with it, I'm done with it. But I have no intention of ever being involved with these two guys again, ever. Full stop. Because
Okay, once again, and I'm going to be
they've
sitting here
shown me
for a
what they are.
year. Okay, and I'm going to be sitting here saying there's people a lot worse than them on YouTube right now. I can list 100 names: Robert David Steele, Titus Frost, Nathan Stoltman, Quinn Michaels. And you guys are going to let a little bit of he said, she said stuff get in
But
between.
here's the thing, right? I wasn't just staying in the one freaking. I wasn't just interested in going after Not for Truth and all the rest of it. I was looking at all the other bullshit that was going on YouTube, and then fucking these two idiots start attacking me for it. These two
No,
idiots
I'm
start
agreeing with
going
you.
on
Like I said,
because
but that's what I'm sitting going
I put
behind
a
the
video up
scenes.
about Truth Convoy because I put a video up showing that Winter Moon was being and is being freaking trolled the exact same
I'm
way
back
that
to
what
actually, I'm going to tell
I'm
you, like, 'cause
being,
I like Winter. I'll be honest with you. I like Winter. I don't understand her, though. So I'm
you
not
know.
choosing a side there either.
No,
But I
but
agree with what you're saying. If I
that
see
wasn't
her
the point. The
comments,
point was all I was doing was showing that somebody else got it. Now that shit in China the threes narrative, so it did, and I didn't care
I'm going to
because
tell you right now. I'm going to tell
fact
you
of the
right
matter
now,
is it was
just so you
fucking true.
know, the stuff between Montegraph and them is getting ready to blow up 10 times bigger than it already is, and nobody knows this. I'm just making everybody a promise right now. Those guys who started doing all that stuff, they're all getting ready to get exposed. Jerome Corsi, Jordan Sather, I've been saying Q's a lark for a year because I know the people who created it, and it's not the people who you think it is. So
Well,
at this point, I'm going to sit back.
I don't think it's the people that come out claiming that they created it anyway. I know how much. Certainly, people jumped on the
Let me.
bandwagon of it. Like,
Do you mind if I go off on someone in this chat real quick?
well, I prefer you not to.
Okay, that Jamin guy, he's a troll, and that's all I'm going to say then, because I know where
Well,
he
I
comes.
know he used to troll me as well. He trolled me as well. He's trolled me plenty of times. He trolled me in China's channel. He trolled me in other people's channels. But at the minute,
He's trying to troll me now. If he thinks calling me a limp, whatever, is going to affect me in any way, shape, or form, that freaking. Oh, like I says, I know how to freaking insult tight wankers and freaking stupid people like him who only come into these chats to gaslight and troll and upset and cause controversy. And it's people like him that are just like All Seeing You and Frank Bacon and Monograph and them. And that's the people I'm really after. So like I said, at this point, I don't give a shit who hates me anymore. I'm after people a lot bigger than anybody in this chat.
Yeah, and that was something that I was starting to pick on myself. I was starting to look because rather than go backwards, I'd rather or go to the past and work forwards to find out what's going on. I'd rather work backwards and go to the past. And I was looking at what was going on around me with the channels involved that I was involved with and what was being said, and something that just wasn't right about it. There was an atmosphere I felt starting to build up because I apparently wasn't making myself accessible. Freddie moaned about not being able to get me on Discord, where the whole time he was able to get me on Hangouts if he wanted. Because my Hangouts is on 24/7, whereas my Discord's connected to my computer. Once I turn the computer off, it's off. And the only time
make sure everybody's hearing what you're saying right now. Because I didn't understand why that didn't happen either. I really don't understand why you and him didn't talk.
So
between you and OG, I think you and OG are gonna be friends again. I think this is a huge misunderstanding.
No,
you can have your opinion.
It's not about being friends. I don't need to have friends. I don't need to.
Dude, don't be like that. Hey, once again,
no. Listen. Here's how I'll put it. Right. Regardless of how I feel about somebody and all the rest of it, if they're doing A, B, and C, I can still be respectful about that, or I can still give people their place. And if you listen to the last lot of streams, and there's plenty of places, plenty of times where I have given these people their place and given them their dues.
All right. Let me try something. Do you know why I make the blue chicken jokes?
Cheerio, fucking Tretch. You're fucking.
Hey, no, stop. Don't insult Trench. He actually doesn't live that far from me, and I'm very pissed off at him right now because he is not helping this conversation at all. Like I said, as I'm seeing the trolls in this comment who are just making this conversation a lot more difficult for everybody. And there's so many people connected to so many other people in the chat.
I have no problem with that, right? I have no problem. I would bring the video up, but on that because I'll get copyright struck for it if I do. But on that stream, OG is calling me out because I was going around and showing freaking favor. Apparently, it was because I was showing, me making a video showing a convoy was attacking Winter that screwed up China the Three's narrative. This got everybody's backs up. But that didn't come out for 2 days, I believe, 2 days later after that stream. Right before that stream, it was me talking about the constipation that kind of got everybody really rubbed up the wrong way. But it wasn't really a constipation thing at all. I believe it was something else, and I believe it was kind of a few personal opinions that I shared with Freddie is what caused the distance, is what caused this whole thing to happen in the first place.
No, I agree 100% right there, and that's like I said, that's why I reached out to my friend William Ramsey. He's an attorney in California, also has to be an expert on satanic ritual abuse, who is also friends with Jamie Deluxe. Like I said, at this point, I don't care what anybody does. I'm going to be going after the people who are trolling other people on YouTube. I mean, there's so many channels like Faces Like the Sun, A Call for an Uprising, Collective Evolution, Gaia, and all of them that you guys don't even know about yet.
A Call for an Uprising?
Yeah, and yeah.
I know all about them, man. I know they're absolute shameful what these people get away with. But I mean, they're again, they're at another level as well. I mean, they're. I can't remember the last time I've come across an honest truth channel that I'm not
Well,
skeptical about.
that guy's not. This is the thing is, I've figured out the people's names. I figured out where they lived. Like I said, that's what I'm sitting on. I know you guys don't know all these people. I'm cool with that.
Well, I don't know them personally, but I know their channels. I know the channels all right. I've sat and watched them all. I sat and went through the whole George Webb thing. There must be about 20 channels connect more now. There's probably more now connected to that whole George Webb LARP. You know, and that's just one big bullshit set up from
Oh
the start.
God, well, like I said, that's why I'm glad I'm talking with Dave Acton. So we'll just leave that there. Because maybe some people connected to Quinn Michaels need to start shutting up because Nathan's full of shit too.
Yes, I know Nathan is. You know, Nathan's fucking idiot. But that guy turned around and said, "I was trying to ruin a pedophile's life online." That's what he said. Those were his words. That's what I was trying to do. I'm like,
Yeah,
well, what about the 8-year-old boy's fucking life that he ruined? You know, is that not?
that's what I'm saying. Is
This
that's
is their
important here,
perspective.
not the stuff that you guys are disagreeing over. That's the kids that I want to help. Is why I'm talking to you right now. Because, like I said, I respect you guys. I understand
Well,
we aren't all going to
personally,
get along, and if you don't ever want to be friends with them, that's cool. I'm going to remain friends with you. I think
from what I've
you're
seen,
a stand-up guy with
far,
integrity.
from what I've seen so far over the last couple of weeks, since I freaking aired my little grievance that I've had, I have seen nothing of any value come out of any of those two channels that I'm talking about. OG or Freddy, nothing
Like I
worth
said,
talking about.
I get that, but
Nothing that
everybody,
we haven't heard before a million times.
once again, dude, I sit and talk about the time phone hack being a LARP, and people attack me for it. There's a lot more crazier on YouTube than the time phone hack. The shape-shifting Draco-reptilian and the deep underground military bases that don't exist, and all these other stupid conspiracy theory that everybody on the planet loves to follow because us Americans are stupid as all get out.
Well,
So
that's
I
kind
sit
of
here
my
talking about
point
the
about the
fact that
whole JFK Jr. nonsense at the minute.
oh God, that's insane. But once again, that was part of that stuff that that idiot Dylan put into that QLARP. Yeah, the guy's name is Dylan. That's why I'm sitting on. I keep seeing all these people talk about it. I'm like, you guys never mentioned the dude who created the Q maps and dropped them January the 1st. You never mentioned his name. You mentioned all these other people around it that tried to ride that hashtag and then created the We the People 24/7 Patriot Soapbox YouTube channel.
Yeah.
That stuff's still around. So like I said, it's not going anywhere.
No,
That's why I'm
but
sitting on. I can make jokes about this till I'm blue in the face. It's going to take a
that's
people
what happens
long.
with all these channels. All these channels go like this. It doesn't matter what you say. Listen, look, Washam is an absolute joke, right? But the fact of the matter is, she's here. She's not going anywhere. She's going to keep on putting out her nonsense,
And
right?
once again, that's why everyone should
And
leave that channel and stop messing with her. You're right. Everyone should unsub from her channel and stop trolling her and stop making videos about her because she's not going to stop doing what she does.
well, I know the few people that I know that were, and myself as well, stopped. We stopped making videos. But it still doesn't stop them talking about us, like, you know. It's the
Yeah,
same
it's not
that
cool.
other idiot down in Texas. I mean, I think that woman should be in jail for what she's doing. You
Yeah,
know,
I do too.
she's actually getting off on selling uh, a false narrative.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Like, hold on a second. Someone's taking something I said. I do understand that the United States government does have things like NORAD and Dolce base and a few of those things. So I'm not saying that we don't have underground military bases. We just don't have the Ural trains and the lizard people and the cloning stations on them there that Donald Marshall talks about. But once again, I'm not here to talk about Donald Marshall and all those idiots that think some really crazy things out there. But like I said, I don't think you guys know about Angela Powers, Disney, and all these other people that have been trolling me for the last 2 years because of this stuff. Like I said, you guys are kind of new to this stuff, I think. And
Well,
that's what scares me because I'm sitting going, you guys were my friends. You guys were, when I was in Doughboys chat a year ago, and I warned stupid DeFango about Frank Bacon, and he didn't heed my warning then, that's when I was like, God, I wish we had a crew that could just stick together through thick and thin, no matter what. And even if they said,
Well,
you know,
listen,
you're a
I'm going to tell you what, Lee, right? I'm the most loyal fucker you'll ever find until you bite me. And see you turn on me, I'll be the first one to jump on your grave.
yeah, I know that about people, but that's why I've gotten really thick skin now because I've gotten so used to everyone in my family and all my friends stabbing me in the back so much that when I come across people like you and OG, and I'm like, going, God, I really can relate to each one of these two different stories.
But that's
And
why I
they're just
have
different
said
people. So, like I said, so I'm saying, I'm just friends with you both.
from the very beginning, Lee, I've said about this whole situation is, look, I don't expect people to sit and watch me and believe everything I say and take my word from it and disassociate from Freddie and OG. The same way I don't expect them to go over to OG and Freddie and take their word and believe everything they say and disassociate themselves from me. If they want to do that, I'm fine with that. If they want to come back and listen to what I have to say, I'm fine with that too. I really don't hold a grudge that way with people. It does take a lot to get me wound up, and I was wound up there because, um, I had quite clearly seen a side to OG that is very different. I'm not the only one that's seen that side. A lot of people have seen that side now, and do you know what? If anything, I'm glad we have.
I lost you for a second there, but I think my computer lagged up for a second.
I said the fucking my mind's going. I'm fucked.
Alexis, let's do
I'm
this. Let's
fucked at
do
the
this.
minute. So I am because of part of my fucking symptoms of shit going on with me. It affects my memory.
I get that, dude. Like I said, we've been underneath a lot of stress, and like I said, that's all I wanted to do was come in and be like, I wanted you to understand I'm not going to not be your friend. You're
Well,
my friend.
listen, I dropped the link. You were able to get in here. The other guy wasn't.
Once again, people might have connectivity issues where they're at. Like I said, that's what I'm saying. Going, I'm not going to let computer snafus get in the way of people talking tomorrow or the next day and putting it on the table at least. And that's all I want you to do is be open to talking to OG.
I haven't went round anybody else's channel. I haven't left shitty comments in anybody's channel since this begun. I haven't done anything like that there. I spoke about this on my channel because this is my platform to talk about whatever I want to talk about. And if people want to listen to it, great. If they don't, fair enough. But the reality is, you will see them going around multiple platforms, sticking the knife in me, talking shit about me, making all sorts of crap up. And that to me says more about them than it does me.
Yeah, I know. And once again, that's why you won't see me do that. I'll make jokes a little bit, but like I said, me and Billy Martin make so many freaking jokes at each other's expenses. Now it's kind of getting funnier. And that's kind of the thing is I want everyone to be friends again one day. I don't expect it to be anytime soon. I think this had a lot more to do with Truth Convoy, Betty Washam and them than us. I'm just going to put it out there.
Well, listen, Washam is getting help. Okay, Washam is not on her own. She is getting help. That woman's not got the brains. I mean, listen, it took her friggin' weeks months to sort out what a hangout was. This lady is not the sharpest knife in the drawer. She's getting help. She has this guy who promotes fucking WWE wrestling or something like that there. Then you have the other, because there is a lot of fucking ex-wrestlers coming into YouTube doing this whole truth crap. You've had Social Injustice Warrior. You've got, what do you call him? They call that other idiot. You mentioned him, the uprising guy.
Oh, I call for an uprising and faces like the sun. Those two freaking wackadoos.
And you've got Richie there and all that there nonsense. Like, I mean, listen. See, to be honest with you, the whole damn platform looks like a psyop. See, to me, the whole Monty Graph Channel of the Three thing looks like a fucking, bullshit fucking LARP as well. It all looks like a LARP to me.
But I'm going to be honest with everybody. I want everyone to know this. That's been Monty's stick for 3 years. He's been doing this stuff for over 3 years. You guys don't get it. You're right. Betty Washam and Monty, they love this stuff. they do get off on them. It gets them a high. They can get a GoFundMe account going and be, I'm getting attacked because I'm over the truth. Yes, I've seen this before. It's going to happen again. And that's what I'm sitting going. When like I said, my friends, I don't know if you know what Leak Project is. Like I said, I got buddies that have 250,000 plus subs, period. And they're so, like I said, they know. I interview these crazy people. Are you there?
Yeah, listen to you.
I thought my computer had lagged up again for a second.
No,
it's like that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping this stuff gets put behind us all. I think that, like I said, I just think everyone's a good dude at this present moment, and I'm not going to try to prejudge anyone because they said some stupid stuff in a YouTube chat. I think a lot of people owe a lot of people apologies. I think you've been true to your word, so I respect you for it. I think you've said some things about those guys because they did say stuff. And that's why I'm sitting going, oh, they didn't, they're going to keep blaming you because they're not going to take action for their responsibility for their own actions. And so, you know, like I said, that's why I'm like going, you guys kind of might need to be a little bit more mature in this situation and have a little humility here and apologize and be like, okay, you're right. We got gaslit by this person or gaslit by this person. And it was silly. But like I said, that's what I'm saying. I don't expect it to happen. I do not ever expect it to happen at this point. You guys have let too much stuff happen.
Pride can be a very long fall from the cliff called pride, and I have no problem freaking. You know, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'll accept responsibility and I'll apologize for it. End of story. I have no problem doing that there, and I won't just freaking say it in a freaking, you know, in a chat log somewhere where nobody ever is going to see it, or in a comment section. I'll make a point of making a proper apology where people see it.
Right. Like I said, that's what I know about you. That's why I know that I'll never have to even ask you of that. You know, because I think you would feel the same way about me. You know, I'm never going to sit here and say Scooby's a bad person because he's not. You're not. That's what I'm saying. I don't care about knowing your real name. I don't care about any of that. All these other people just have to know every little detail of your life. I don't care. You could be a crackhead off of YouTube for all I care. You know, and that's the thing is that people take this stuff way too seriously. And I'm like, I didn't come to YouTube to argue with people. I came to YouTube because I'm bored and have a lot of free time and like to talk with people about.
In fact, the thing that pissed me off about you before any of this Net for Truth thing broke, the thing that was pissing me off about YouTube was the amount of people, money was getting scammed from people because they were believing all these lies. And I put videos up and I showed people. You only have to look at my video of Money Be there that I left up on the channel from the start, where you know, I show people what they are, but people still buying their shit. They still friggin' donate. It doesn't matter. Listen, when we first made a video about friggin' F for Truth, we had 1.3 thousand subs. He's over 10,000 now, and people are still prepared to believe that guy was framed rather than the fact that he did it. They think it's more credible that he was framed than he actually done it, just because he seems like a nice old man. And the crazy thing is, if it gets proven that the guy has stolen valor, there'll be more people who get upset and disown him over that from America than there will have been over the whole friggin' his convictions.
Yeah, but that's what
annoys me.
I mean, remember Screwy Louie?
Yeah, I know.
There's a lot of people right now who are on YouTube who aren't proven valor. That's one of the reasons I'm like sitting here going, I'm watching Unirock get trolled to high heaven. I'm like going, the dude's proven 3 times that he's a disabled vet. He was over there driving for the army and he got hurt.
Titus Frost got caught up in that VOP LARP, right?
Oh yeah, he totally did that stuff.
He made an absolute bollocks of himself out there, but he was part of it, right? Because his buddies or friend was Sawyer, you know, and he killed all he felt that he had to do was turn around and say, yeah, I made a mistake or sorry about that. But the guy reckons he's a citizen journalist. He wants to be a citizen journalist. So instead of just saying, you know, sorry about that, I got that wrong, why the hell did he not look into what exactly was going on with VOP? What was going on down there, and actually putting out content about that instead of the nonsense that he does? That would have given him. that would have given him more credibility than anything else. That if he actually followed up and said, "You know what, I got that wrong, but I'm going to look in this and we're going to get to the bottom of this." If he'd have tried to do that there, that would change. I would have changed the whole outcome. I believe in his channel. A lot of people would start freaking actually, okay, he's doing something here. You know, he's apologized and he's going to look into it, and he's maybe he ends up exposing something. But the fact of the matter is, he didn't do that. The reason why is because he's part of it. The same people are part of it. Look, it's no accident that Honeybee, Tracy Beans, Liz Crokin, all these girls who come out with, or women, so to say, that come out with, you know, these truth revelations, etc., etc., etc. They all end up in Hagman and Hagman, you know, and they all do their wee stint, their wee show on there and stuff like that. There, and it's just more bullshit. And Hagman, they freaking bend the lead at freaking Infowars, and Infowars, you know, they go through a hard time, and they appear on Unirock's channel. You know,
Well,
and
Owen did. That's where that stupid multi-channel crap started from too, and that's kind of a misnomer right there a little bit.
But you know, the whole thing, as far as I'm concerned, they're all in it together. You know, Unirock, freaking Lift the Veil, Titus,
Well, see, let me.
Rance,
I
all of
don't
them.
think I think Nathan's completely by himself at this point.
But they have been working together.
No. I'm not.
He's
Okay,
maybe
once
out
again,
in the
I'm agreeing with
cold.
you. I'm trying to agree with you. I'm
They-
trying to agree with you
What
here.
I mean is, they've sat and concocted fucking stories together. They've sat and concocted bullshit narratives.
Nathan and Cappy and them. Yes, you're right. But
And
that's what I'm sitting going. All these other people got caught up in that little snafu there, which is the bigger issue. And so when I'm like sitting here, because like I says, oh, how do I explain this? So people started saying there were spirit cooking with Marina Abramovich, and that stuff went haywire on the net, and everyone started talking that there was a big code in some emails. And now
yeah, but
everyone's freaking out over voodoo donuts, and that stuff is the same
that whole
information.
spirit cooking. I mean, you're going back to shit that was going
That's what I'm
on
sitting here going.
over a
That's all
thousand
came.
years ago
No.
over in
This
freaking
stuff with 3 years
Eastern Europe.
ago with the no. Like I said, I'm talking about Marina Abramovich, the
I
artist
know,
lady.
I
This
know,
was
I know who you're talking about and all the
right.
rest of it,
All
but
that stuff came out like 2.5 to 3 years ago. So these people who
that's
are
not something she invented though. That's not a
okay,
new thing that she
I'm agreeing with
invented.
you. I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you. Okay, I know she was doing what is called witchcraft. Okay,
Yeah.
I know this, but that's what I'm not. I'm sitting here saying all that information came out on the net 2.5 years ago. All these people today are still basing all their information off of that stuff that even Alex Jones himself had to make a retraction about.
We went through 2 years of bullshit because of an FBI fucking piece of paper that
Yeah,
had a couple of symbols on it, and now everything in the world that is in the shape of a heart is connected to freaking this nonsense, and it's ridiculous. You know, that's why I'm saying these people spin a narrative to suit the narrative. I could turn around. Look, I started doing it and I stopped. And the reason why I stopped is because some people were starting to take it serious, and I didn't want it to get serious about the whole freaking donut thing in Belfast. And you know, I could sit and make a lot myself and have it connect up to all sorts of people in no time.
I know.
And
I know you can.
it's crazy.
All right, let's do it.
Well, that's what I was doing, but I stopped it because some people were starting to take it serious and weaponize it against me. So I just left it. But
Thanks for being honest about that. Like I said, I knew what you were doing before you even started doing it. I thought it was hilarious. The fact that some people took it out of context and totally did what they did to you was kind of something I'm like going, dang, I thought these people were his friend. And you're right. They weren't. That's why I'm sitting here going, dude, this is kind of silly that we're talking about this. And it's kind of silly a little bit. But like I said, it'll pass. you guys might not ever talk again, but hopefully me and you will still be friends. And like I said, is I'm not
I,
gonna.
I've no problem with you, Lee, at all. I've no problem with freaking 99% of the people that I ever come across on YouTube, but there is a few people that I did get kind of, I felt that I got close with. I spoke to in a personable manner, and I feel that they absolutely just, you know,
Like I said, I
did
like it
did
when you guys.
something in public that they should have done privately if there was that big a problem. But to be honest with you, I didn't even think there was a there because I hadn't done anything wrong. All I'd done was freaking show that somebody was being mistreated. That's all I'd done. All I'd done was shown a few things that was truth. And the way I see it, look, just because some people were saying that Winter is trolling and other people are saying it's not, two wrongs don't make a right in the story. And all I was wanting to do was show actually, well, this group of people who accuse her of doing this are actually the ones that are doing the abuse. And that's what I showed in the video. And some people got really offended by that there, but there was a problem before that. And the problem was when I shared some personal opinions with Freddie, and I believe that's when it all started to go downhill,
Yeah.
especially when I see the agendas going on now around YouTube.
Oh, you're so true. Like I said, it's so weird for me because I know people that would literally sell whatever they could, for more subs and they, oh, I'm gonna get more ad revenue, and then I'm gonna do this, and then I can get my Patreon account going, and then I can do my Twitch account and my D Live, and like I said, I see these people become so addicted to social media, it's their new drug. And then like you can't have rational discussions with them about like there's this thing called the logos and the
Yeah.
quadrivium. And people that are into this new age kind of mentality stuff love to talk and research this stuff.
I had to drag my ass on here tonight. I did not really want to do a freaking live stream, but I did it anyway. I was supposed to I was going to do it last night, but to be honest with you, I just didn't have a stomach for it.
Dude, I thought
And
you were gone. I'm glad you came back. Like I said, I'm
uh,
every time a friend of mine disappears, I think that I'm never going to see him again because I've had it happen to 10 or
I,
15 people in the last year alone.
I'm not interested in having a long running YouTube channel. I'm certainly not interested in trying to make money off it. And all I'm trying to freaking do is show the little bit of things that I can show. My freaking copyright strike will be lifted soon, and I will be going full on speed ahead, but maybe
Yeah.
not in topics that people will agree with, because that was another thing I didn't like, and that was something that I really did have a problem that people telling me what I could and couldn't do on my own channel, and a real problem with that. And that's bullshit because I never said to anybody else. And at the same time, when these people are saying I can't do it, they go and do it. And I'm
No.
like, what the hell? Why are you sitting trying to call me out over nonsense bullshit, and you're doing the same thing yourself? And as far as freaking, attacking women and being a woman here, I tell you what, see the way freaking OG treated Kickstand. I wouldn't have done that to a dog. That lady showed him loyalty, showed him support, and went to bat for him whenever other channels were attacking him. And then she got attacked, and she took shit for it. She's had freaking people trying to dox her online.
Yeah, no, that's the stuff that is
Live streaming the
exactly
damn
why.
docs,
That
live
is what I'm.
streaming it, and it's like fucking bullshit, man.
No,
This
the
lady did
integrity
a
that was shown to me, the loyalty you showed to her was all I wanted to see. That's all I needed to see. I didn't care about all this other stuff going on. I knew that she was being harassed by those other people and you were defending her. And that's what I'm sitting there going, you guys are supposed to be his friends. You should support him in this endeavor. Why are you attacking him? Because he's trying to make sure his friend's not getting trolled. That's kind of wrong in my book. Like I said, I didn't understand, so I tried to stay out of it because, like I said, there's too many people fighting on YouTube right now. And like I said, there's people from all these other chats in your chat, and that's one of the things that I have always enjoyed about your chats is it's one of the funniest chats I'm in. It's hilarious, and you have some great, hilarious people that are super intelligent in here. I should
There
know. I've
is,
argued with half of them. I've argued with
there
so many
is someone.
people.
You're quite right. There's some very intelligent people in here with eyes that can see all right, like, and they're not daft. You know, um, look, 10 minutes ago, with 51 people in here. Freddy's went live 5 minutes ago. There's 48 people still here. 49. You know what I'm saying? He's got the stat on with his revelations about the Fango. I mean, I think that's absolutely ridiculous that they've done that. I can't believe that, even if it's true, right? To turn around and make innuendo, suggestive
Yeah, I don't get what's
about
going on there at all.
the Fango in that way is outrageous, and it spells nothing but freaking views and sub counts for me, and just putting out more drama.
You're right. You are right. I can't deny that at this point. Like I said, I didn't understood that stuff a month
And
ago, and the more this is going on, the less I understand of it. But I'm going to stay friends with the people I talk with in YouTube. So it
yeah,
is what it is
well,
for me.
I have no problem with anything like that. Lee. I have no problem with people. Look, people that watch me are going to watch Freddy, and people who watch me are going to watch OG, and I have no problem with that at all. I'm certainly not going to have my nose out of joint with somebody because they're watching somebody that I don't like. I'm not going to tell them to clear off if they want to hear or anything like that. People are entitled to their own opinion, just the way I was entitled to my opinion, and I was entitled to go and watch and do whatever I want on YouTube. I would expect to treat I would treat others the way I expect to be treated. Put it like that.
Yeah, it's that simple. And that's why it's kind of like says that's because someone took this and made it very personal to them and is causing all this drama behind the scenes with Frank Bacon and All Seeing You and all that stuff. There's going to be a lot more stuff that they're going to have to deal with that I'm glad you're not a part of it anymore because that stuff's not going to go away. You hit the nail on the head a couple of weeks ago when you said what you said. All those people following those people, they're being deceived. They're following a person who has a grudge against other people and he doesn't really understand it and can't
I
explain it that well. And it's going to backfire on these people.
I honestly do. I believe someone's going to end up in jail over this. All the nonsense that's been going on in this corner of YouTube, and it's probably going to end up be called fraud
I'm going to
and
point it out to
and and,
people.
and nothing else.
This is
It,
already a lawsuit between Jason Goodman, Robert David Steele, and Dave Acton. If you think people aren't going to jail for embezzling and RICO on this stuff, they're out of their
well,
minds.
this is Rico to the cows come home. I mean, I've
Yeah,
said it. I said this back in June. I was saying this in June time, whenever VOP started their LARP, and he started going right. And one of the guys that was doing the reporting for VOP was called Ridgely Chorzo or Chorzo Ridgely,
oh yeah,
Ridgely
Ridley.
Chorzo,
Yeah,
right?
I know
Yeah,
Ridley.
right. He's in that camp. And whenever you went to his channel and looked at his older videos, he's in there with the Fango, he's in with Unirock, he's in
I
with
know
all
he
these
left there and
guys,
he realizing that he's
Dave
yeah.
Acton, all the rest of it. He's in there with them all, and then all of a sudden he's in the desert with friggin' VOP, and he puts out videos about VOP. Now the whole time Unirock never mentions him. Nobody mentions him, and I tried bringing them up. I brought the name up in their chat quite a few times, and then I got blocked eventually.
He was
Um,
talking with me in other chats, by the way.
nobody would ever talk. Nobody would mention him.
I was
Or
talking to him in other chats
were
during
you?
the whole time. Yeah,
Well, fair enough.
telling him that those people were not really legit. That he needed to make sure that he was looking into who they were. And he left eventually. But yeah, like I said, that's the stuff that here's what I try to remind myself of, especially this last year. Someone like Liam might be listening, who's thinking they're getting shadow banned already, and it says, and it's their own rhetoric is the reason these people are not following them anymore. It's not because they're like I says, and that's what they don't get. And they get so the few
Yeah.
people that are their fanatical people are, oh, you're getting shut up. And they're the ones making them going, oh, I'm going to go shoot up YouTube because I don't like what's going on and what these people are telling me. It's all YouTube's fault. And I'm like, going, you guys are so obsessed with your YouTube streams that it's insane. And that's you're right. The more we talk about those other people, the more they get more subs. The more nothing. I've never seen a
Well, you
channel
see,
really go down unless it's been yanked.
the latest thing that's going around, or the last stream I did, or maybe it was one before it, I had to freaking block somebody because they were using all caps and they were going on about the GDL and the Jews and all that crap. And I ended up I just blocked them because I fed up with them. And you know, next thing a video comes out, how I'm censoring people in the comment section. Like, crying out loud, are you kidding me? You know, I left the comment just, and the comment was lol. You know, it's like, man, you're damned you do and you're damned you don't. I try not to block people, and I try to unblock them in it for the next time when I start a stream up again, so they can come back in again. But if people continuously come in to be arseholes, I'm not interested. I will just freaking, it'll be final, like, because you do get to see the names that needed to be blocked. And that's why I always go back to unblock them, so to see if they get blocked the next time, so I
See
can
that?
learn who the people are. That's the main reason for it.
No,
You
that I
know,
understand that. I completely get that. I mean, this is what's sad. I know where that stuff originated from. No More News guy and Handsome and all them. Yeah, those people are because I'm trying to avoid them because I don't want them coming after me. But that's whack.
yeah.
This is some crazy stuff, dude. I've been following this stuff too long. So that's why I'm kind of glad I was involved with this stuff with Doughboy. Because, like I said, I've gotten into some really heated arguments with people over this stuff, and I'm like sitting here going, "You guys, I'm just trying my best to get through this stuff as best I can as well." And yeah, I take it way too seriously. I'm way too sensitive sometimes, and I get kind of triggery. But it's when people that want to come at me that don't know me, who don't know that hey, I am an ex-convict. I don't give
You
a
know,
crap. I'm going to talk about smuck, and if you want to come at me, come pull up at my house. I'll gladly take you on.
I pointed it out there a stream or two ago that the whole time everybody's been talking about these damn friggin' pedophiles online, etc., etc. And here's the reality: whether you like it or not, you have to accept that they're there and be prepared for it. That
Dude, the fact
you
that
you
there's
might
people,
come across them, or your children might come across them, and
here's
the
what
fact
scares
that
me.
all these channels put all hold on like
Go
all
ahead.
these channels put out this content about who's who and who's done what and rant and rave about them for months and months and months, and not one channel freaking thought about doing anything as in actually how can we go about protecting ourselves here, how can we make people aware about things, simple things that they can do on their computer and settings, uh you know, things that they maybe aren't aware of as parents, because technology is very different nowadays than what it was 15 years ago even. You know, many kids have got Xboxes, PlayStations, they're in chats, things like that there, and parents have no knowledge of it, full stop. You know, awareness, bringing awareness of how, because you can't get rid of them all. You're never going to get rid of them all, full stop. They're here. You can chase a few out the door, yes, but you'll not get rid of them all. And you more or less, all you can do is be prepared for if you do come up against such a person, or that your children may come up against such people, uh, and make them aware and how to try and prevent that from happening. And nobody has done anything about that. And I said that 2 weeks ago, I think it was, and I thought maybe somebody would have freaking, you know what, I'll snipe a video up here the next day or two and get one up, and nobody did. And I am working to try and freaking get a video out. I'm working with one. There's a sub there that I'm, you know, is going to help has helped me out with it as well. So you know, once it gets finished, it'll be up there. But that, I think that's part of the problem too, is when people offer up problems, they don't offer realistic solutions that can actually help everybody, not just some people.
Also, and that's what I wish a lot of people would come to that realization at least.
Yep. Because people did kind of used to talk about things like that, or you know, uh, 4 or 5 years ago in this community, whenever you were watching videos about something, nobody was asking you for money. Nobody was asking you for A, B, and C. They were making money out of monetization, and to get good money, they needed views, and to get good views, they needed the what do you call it, to make quality content, and that was being done back then a lot more so than what it is now. The garbage that's being pushed out now is ridiculous. I mean, listen, that friggin' sippy cup Betty, she'd friggin' she'll monetize a 5 minute video of her freaking falling asleep for crying out loud. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. This is what YouTube has
Oh,
come
don't
to.
start talking about Richie from Boston. We might trigger a few
Oh,
people in
I
here.
know, I know. I know all about him too. I mean, the whole thing. He's another. It just maddens
There's
me.
no difference between Betty and him. None. Well, there's different perspectives, but they're both just batshit crazy.
Yeah, they're both. She's starting off, and he's there. And there is quite a few people in this chat here, even now, who have been around and have seen this demise and realize, the worst thing that ever happened was the monetization getting screwed over like that there. Because as I said before, you really did used to get freaking, people maybe put a video out once a week, maybe twice, before all this live streaming nonsense, maybe twice they put a video out. But it was likely it was only just once a week or possibly even once a fortnight in some cases. But them videos were worth watching. Them videos were very informative. And even if you weren't banned at all, there was certainly plenty of valid points in it that made you question to go and look elsewhere to see if you could find answers anywhere else. And you just don't get that anymore. Now you're not allowed to question. If you ask a question now you're going to get attacked by the channel. You're going to be called a troll. You're a pedo. You're this. You're that. And all the nonsense.
It's usually racist, troll, and then pedo. That's
Yeah.
usually the order they go in. Yeah, so that's the thing is it's been happening to me for this last year ever since that stuff because of people connected to that Doughboy chat that think I'm like trying to protect certain other people. I'm like, no, I'm not protecting anybody. Doughboy got off the YouTube because he got trolled so hard. I don't get it. I don't like I miss the dude. I wish he was still around to help clear up some of this air here and help explain some of this mess, but he's not. And so, I deal with who I can talk to.
Deluxe is the person who came up with the fucking posters that everybody was going around putting up. Remember the Pizzagate posters? All you had to do was download a link, and then you go and print out as many as you wanted yourself, and you could put them up in your town, in your area, and make people aware. He's the guy that came out with it. Now, I don't think he personally came out with it. I think he was given it to put out. I don't think he done it. I think he was given it by somebody else to put out.
At this point, I have to agree with you. Like, cause Jimmy's my boy. I like him. He's a good dude. He does. Only thing he really does is those decodes of that stuff on that one webpage.
So.
And he, like I says, he got caught up in this mess because of a certain person that's connected to another certain person here. And that's why I'm kind of pissed off because that's literally the reason that Uni and him are fighting still. And I've been trying to clean up that mess ever since it happened, but those people are moderators in other channels now. And that's why I kind of just am like, hey, I'm not going to keep trying to get caught in between because I'm sitting here trying to stick up for my friend that, I'm sorry people have a problem with him doing video and his kid being in it.
And then every cunt blocks you. All these channels block you as well.
Oh, yeah. But like I said, that's the thing is I didn't get blocked by George Webb, Jason Goodman, and Titus until I came on to y'all's channel.
It's what the hell? Everybody blocks you. Like, flip's sake.
Yeah, Dave Acton doesn't. He's cool.
I know. You're not even trolling them. You're just asking them straight questions, and because they won't give you an answer, you're going to ask it again, just differently.
Yeah.
And then they just block you then because they don't want to have to say. Sure. I mean, look at the. OG attacked Kickstand, and the very video we attacked her in, he turned the comment section off.
Yeah, I didn't get that. Like I said, I still don't. There's some things that have happened in the last few weeks.
He turns that on and off whenever it suits him.
A lot of people do that though. That's why I'm sitting going, I can let that slide for a second because I'm wanting him to come make it okay again because, like I said, I think everything had to do with Betty and the Toother convoy chick. So like I said, that's kind of where I'm just going to leave it there because I don't get a lot of this other stuff that's going on right now. Trust me, I used to think I knew. I was like, oh, I can kind of get it, and now I'm like going, okay, I'm so freaking confused lately.
Here's the thing. Now, Freddie came on here a couple of 2 weeks ago, I think it was, with a stalk account, and I dropped him a link, and he clicked on it, and he said he couldn't get in either. OG said he can't get in it, but you've got in it.
Once again, I'm going to ask Titus to drop a link soon and try to, like I says, I'm not on Titus's side here. I think Titus just needs to be informed that he's getting trolled because of the VOP and him being just so gung-ho about some of this stuff.
But here's the thing: Titus turned around and offered them the opportunity.
I don't know why they didn't. Yeah.
And
I watched. I was looking
because they weren't getting prime time and a chance to have a go at Honeybee in person. They're just going, we don't want to be behind Mickey. We don't want to be part of a channel that's monetized. They just all this shit a day. All of every excuse under the sun. When the point was not you, the point was the message, not them.
Yeah.
And that's where ego was set in. And I honestly, look, people may not like this, but I see those two guys coming exactly what the All Stars are. They've turned into the All Stars because they've broached the subject that they've come out and shown truth on, and self righteousness has went to their brain, and it's made them all a little bit stupid.
Well, like I said, the problem with the pride thing that you mentioned earlier, I think Honeybee is a shame that she supported Gunk and is having a hard time coming to terms with that. I know she's addressed it a little bit, so it's it's a thing that people do need to be made more aware of the fact that Net for Truth is still out there. Betty Washam's still out there, and these people are still going to keep doing what they're doing and making all of us look bad because we can't, get along ourselves sometimes. And that's the only thing I'm trying to point out here is I don't get what's going on. I like you. I like, Renee, Lartbusters, Toto, Shell, Kazette, everybody. And I've been getting people coming at me asking me questions, and I'm like going, I can't explain because I don't know what's going on either.
Even before, listen. Before I come out and aired my grievance on my channel about Freddie and all, there had been a stream that before that Freddie had done, and I joined the stream, and I was a mod. Whenever I joined the stream, I was a mod, probably from a previous time. And when I typed the next time, they put in a message the next time, he had taken the wrench off me. So, Freddie was on a grudge long before I aired my grievance.
Yeah, I understand that feeling because Devango took my wrench away from me, and I was a little hurt. So like I said, we're going to keep moving forward. We're going to keep doing what we're doing. I got to jump off because I got to get some dinner and stuff and get some stuff done. But like I said, I'm glad we talked. I hope OG and Freddie both hear this and realize that they're being a little prideful, and they might want to make an apology one day.
Hang on, I just want to address all of them. Kenny, your question, well, there is that Rico thing that you mentioned earlier. Would you want on a show with Vegan Mikey at Scooby Doo? They weren't going to be on the show with Vegan Mikey. Vegan Mikey was going to be on it before them, and then he would be finished, and then they would join Titus Frost in his hangout. They wouldn't have been sharing the show with him per se. They would have went on after him, and he would have left the stream. So they weren't actually working with Vegan Mikey at the time.
Yes. And that's, like I said, I don't understand why they would not take that opportunity.
And I certainly wouldn't have had a problem going on after Vegan Mikey because it wasn't about me. It was supposed to be about the message.
Right. And that's what I know about you. That's why I'm not going to not be your friend because I'm very proud of what we've all done. I'm not going to lie at this point. I know there's people in this chat room that don't get along with each other. So it is what it is at this point. And the fact that I've made a good friend in you.
Here's another ridiculous thing too. See that stream that I'm talking about, that them two demand that I partook in and all the rest of it. I didn't even catch on to what it was at the time. It wasn't because I'm sitting at later on at some point in the stream. I'm actually freaking defending Freddy. I didn't even catch on till afterwards, and then I saw people's comments in the chat, and then I realized, oh here. And then when the stream was over, I went back and watched the first 20 minutes that I missed, and when I saw what I missed, then I realized exactly what it was, and why various people had commented that that wasn't right, what had been done.
Yeah.
So, this whole thing about friggin', oh, I should have come talk to him and all the rest of it. Well, they never showed me that or in grace. As I said, OG leaves me a message. If I don't hear from you in an hour, I'll assume that that's the way it's going to be, and I'll unfriend you. He sends me out in Discord on a freaking, so my computer's not turned on for 8 hours later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The
I know, I
point
know.
I'm making here, like,
Well,
for crying out loud, like, it's all just nonsense. It was a nonsense message just for the sake of being a nonsense message.
right.
To try and friggin' push it back onto you.
Can I
Me.
ask you a question just personally?
Yeah.
Would you want to talk to OG privately?
I'd rather do it publicly, to be
Okay.
honest with you, because I know how. And if I am wrong about stuff, and I've certainly no problem about apologising about it either. Certainly not.
Thank you. That's perfect. I'm gonna leave it there. Like I said, I just wanted that to be out there as well. I'm almost 100% sure that OG is probably still listening. So,
Don't believe I different with Freddie. Wouldn't have anything to do with Freddie again.
right, so
Definitely not.
I'm not worried about that at all. Like I said, I think, and I like I said, the fact that I really
And
do believe that if you two just talked,
here's
it would
something
be
else.
over in like 15 minutes, and you'll all be like, "Okay, this was silly. Let's be friends again."
I'm going to put something else on the record here that I said it. At some point or another, OG is going to find himself in the same position that I'm in now when it comes to Freddie. I'll put money on that because Freddie burns everybody at some point.
That's where I'm like, I'm not disagreeing with you at all. That's the reason I have a problem because OG's just being loyal to his friend, and he's kind of like, so I think that's what happened. He was kind of put into who am I going to be more loyal to in this situation, and he chose Freddie. And that's where things kind of snowballed out of control with all the other stuff with Dragon Lady and all them and that stuff. Trust me, I'm still very confused by all of that alone.
You and me both, but sure.
So that's what I'm saying. When I think you guys could talk somehow, some way, I think that you guys would be able to come to, okay, who said what? Why are we arguing? What's going on here? Because that's all I want to know about.
Right, on that note, folks, I think that's me done for the night. It's 25 past 1 in the morning, and I will talk to you again soon. I'm sure I'll be able to come up with something. There was a comment made about the threats made about, I'm always going on bitching and crying about OG and Freddie. Well, I kind of made a wee joke with myself there, folks, that as long as OG and Freddie cry about the All-Stars, I'm going to cry about them. It's just me having a wee mocking inside joke to myself. People can take out of that what they want, but
dang it, I'm the sensitive snowflake here. Hey man, you have a great night. Thank you very much. And again, we will talk again. And like I said, thank you again.
No problem. Have a good night.
You too, bud.
Right, folks. Thank you very much. Here, cause do us a wee second. If you get a second, I'll hit you up in Discord if you don't mind. Just a wee quick one. All right, folks. Thank you very much. I'll catch you later. Sorry for a little bit of hostility that kicked in this evening, but I'm sure you don't mind in the long run. All right, folks. Have a good one. Scooby out. Luck to you all.